iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
It's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards. Get out the copay. The office is open, my friends, and it's time to review last night's mixed labor draft. 15 experts battling it out. That's right. It's February 13th, and we're drafting. It's far away. So a lot of things are going to change. Hopefully my team. But, you're making assumptions literally 6 weeks away from the beginning of the season. But we do this early enough so that people can see what we're drafting, how we're drafting it, and what we're going to do. So I hope that it is instructive and helpful, and I'll cover the draft, so let's go over it. I'm going to spend a lot of time on my team, let you know what I did and why I did it. First of all, let me say the following. I don't care about anybody else in a draft. I care about anybody else in real life. But in a draft, I don't care what anybody else does. I care what I'm going to do. I'll look at what other people are doing, and I'll try to pay attention to what they need or don't need, but I'm trying to focus on having the best draft, and I don't worry. And here's something I really have learned over the past years. I'll never forget, I'm on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio a couple of years ago, and I'm talking to a high-stakes player, and I say to him, what makes a high-stakes player a high-stakes player? And his comment is, taking the players you need when you have to. So, I was the 15th pick last night out of 15 teams. It's a very hard position to draft in. I'm getting the last pick of the odd round, and I have to make the first pick of the even round, but then again, I'm not seeing another player for 30 picks. So I've got to have forethought and foresight as to what is going to be there for me when I pick again. Right? So, round one, Trout, Altuve, Kershaw goes. First sign of trouble. Trey Turner 4, Arenado 5, Blackman 6, Goldschmidt 7. Love that pick. Stanton 8, Mookie Betts 9, Bryce Harper 10, Max Scherzer 11. At this point, I start to panic because I was all intent on taking a pitcher. Sure enough, the next pick, Sale. Then Machado at 13, Kluber at 14. So here I am. The 4 pitchers, I would have taken any of those 4, all gone. All of a sudden, here I am. My whole draft strategy is thrown out the window by about 8:24 last night. I take Carlos Correa. I love Carlos Correa. I got to be honest with you. I thought about taking Francisco Lindor as well. I know a lot of people will say, why didn't you take Chris Bryant? I don't love Chris Bryant. I like Chris Bryant, but I don't love me some Chris Bryant. And then I did something that is a little crazy, but I'm going to tell you why I did it. I took Gary Sanchez with the first pick of round 2. Now, let's discuss. Was Gary Sanchez the best player on the board? No, he was not. Freeman was better. Lindor may have been better. I get that. I'm accepting that. But I took Sanchez there because I felt at 15 I needed to differentiate from my competition. Could I have taken Freeman and Bryant? Yes, I could have. But with Correa and Sanchez, I'm not only getting great players, I'm differentiating and I'm getting position scarcity. I have the best catcher by far. Sanchez arguably is as good as a first baseman, maybe even better. Hitting in Yankee Stadium with Stanton and Judge around him, you're telling me this dude can't hit 35 home runs and 90 RBIs? I think he can. So I need to be proactive. If I take Freeman, who I love, by the way, I just know that I can't win this league. I'm trying to win. I try to make picks to win. Nobody will ever remember who came in third place in this league. I don't even know who came in third place last year. I don't know if I care, but I know I need to win. So I take Correa and Sanchez. Round 3 comes, Benintendi goes off the board, Yelich goes off the board, Bregman goes off the board, Jose Abreu goes off the board. I need some speed at this point. So I take Starling Marte and Byron Buxton. I love Marte, loved him last year. Problem was he was suspended. And Byron Buxton, the question is he ready? Is he ready to be great? Well, I don't know that answer yet. I'm not sure if he's ready to be great. I know he has the potential to be great, but I don't know if he's ready to be great. Why did I make that pick then? Because I need upside. What if I told you that Byron Buxton would have 20 home runs and 30 stolen bases this year? Is he not worth the 4th pick? My 4th round pick? I think he is. It's worth the gamble. So here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that between Marte and Buxton, I get 40 home runs and 60 stolen bases. I'm hoping with Sanchez, I get 30 home runs and 90 RBIs. And what about Carlos Correa? Have we seen Carlos Correa's best yet? I'm not sure we have. I know we see a great player, but he could be even better. He could steal 15 bases and hit 30 home runs. Who knows? He only had 422 at-bats last year, right? So here I am with 4 upside picks in my first 4. Do I regret not taking Jacob deGrom? Maybe. Do I regret not taking Robbie Ray? Do I like A.J. Pollock? I do, and I almost took A.J. Pollock instead of Buxton. I love me some A.J. Pollock. That was a great pick by Jake Seeley. Now, rounds 5 and 6 came. I had to take pitchers. I wanted Archer, gone. I wanted Aaron Nola, gone. I took James Paxton gladly. And now with my other pick, I really thought about 2 players. I'm going to be quite honest with you. The first pick was Ohtani, and the other one was Jose Barrios. And I ask you this question. Do you feel confident that Ohtani is going to pitch more than 160 innings? No way. They already said he won't. And he's not 100% healthy. Would it shock you if he shut him down? I don't know about that. Thing about Barrios is he is going to be a really good player. His minor league numbers are insane, and last year he just started to figure it out. Almost a strikeout an inning, won 14 games. He looks like he's getting better, and the greatest part is he's only 23 years old. So yes, I'm willing to take a chance on Barrios. I want guys with their arrow pointing up, not pointing down. Paxton and Barrios are 2 uptick kind of guys. I may lose this year. I'm all right with that, but I'm going to get guys who have arrows pointing up because they have upside. Round 7. I really wanted Luis Castillo, gone. I needed a second baseman at this point because all the good ones were gone, and I had to take Javier Baez. That was a need pick. I don't like making need picks, but hey, if I'm going to need a guy, let me need Javier Baez. Javier Baez is a great little player. 23 home runs last year, 75 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, and only 469 at-bats. What if he got 569? How good could he be? Next pick was Matt Olson. Need pick again. I needed a first baseman. I thought the drop-off was big after Olson. And I'll ask you this. Between Olson and Abreu, I say Olson could have more home runs, same runs scored, same RBIs, just less batting average. Same player, except I got mine 5 rounds later. Rounds 9 and 10, I took my man Luke Weaver, who you know I'm in on, and then I took David Price. I love David Price this year, and he may be the key to my draft. Last year, David Price was dealing with an elbow injury. We know that. He came back and looked great. What if he goes back in the rotation this year and he's their number 2 starter behind Sale? Could I be getting 180 innings, 14 or 15 wins? I'm getting that in round 10. So I'm Paxton, Barrios, Weaver, and Price, but Price is my 4th starter, but he really is my 2nd starter. I'm okay with that. Makes Barrios my 3 even better. Rounds 11 and 12, I needed to get some closers. I got 2 guys, Jeurys Familia and Archie Bradley. Are they great? I don't know, but I love the upside. Archie Bradley could be a sensational closer if the Diamondbacks give him the job. And Familia, we know is a closer. It's just the Mets have to decide to make sure he's the guy and not A.J. Ramos. So I'm going to take guys later in rounds 11 or 12, take 2 guys there, and be done with it. And I knew once I took them, I could focus on hitting. I took Ryan Healy in round 13. I need power. Power is very important. Olsen and Healy at first and third base could get me 70 home runs. That's legit. 35 each, absolutely possible. They may only hit 250, that's true, but I know that I could get 70 home runs. I then took Dexter Fowler in round 14. I needed a third outfielder. Fowler can never stay healthy, but if he can, is he not worth 20 home runs and 15 stolen bases? I think he is. Round 15, I was looking, this is the shortstop round. Tim Anderson went, Jorge Polanco went, Andrelton Simmons went. I liked all those guys. I had to take Addison Russell because I thought that was the next guy on the board, and I didn't want to take Ahmed Rosario. I like Addison Russell. He had a very rough year last year, but the potential is huge. I need the batting average to be higher than 240, but he could hit 25 home runs, and I'm going to need him. Then in round 16, I took Taijuan Walker, who I'm a big fan of. Watch Taijuan Walker this year. If you read anything, take a read of my Arizona Diamondbacks in a Nutshell series. I like this guy, and now with the Humidor, I like him even more. Round 17 and 18, I needed to finish my outfield. And I took Lewis Brinson and Michael Conforto. Lewis Brinson is going to play every day for Miami. Sure, the team sucks. What have you? Brinson's going to hit 245, 250, going to hit 15 or 20 home runs and steal 15 or 20 bases. You don't think I'll be good with that? I'm going to be great with that. I could use the home runs and I can use the speed. Conforto is perfect and then I took Mickey Matuk later. I played Matuk for the first month or so, then I bring in Conforto. Bam! I got myself covered in the outfield. Love me some Conforto. This guy's a 10th round pick if he's healthy. Round 19, all the second catchers went. I took Travis d'Arnaud, and then the next round, 4 or 5 guys went. So I'm glad I took the guy there, because if I didn't, it was big trouble. And then from rounds 21 on, become the get your guys in reserve. So who did I take? Derek Dietrich from Miami. Plays a little first, plays a little third, plays a little outfield. Corey Spangenberg. Plays a little second, plays a little third, plays a little outfield. Colin Moran. Pittsburgh made a trade for him. This guy should play. Then I take Drew Steckenrider and A.J. Minter, Kirby Yates, Bud Norris. 4 guys in the bullpen who can give me good numbers. That's what I want to do. Then I took 2 other players toward the end of the draft. One was Nick Senzel, who this guy is going to be an outstanding third baseman. This guy can rake. And I think the Reds are going to bring him up at some point. And you know what the Reds are doing? They're playing him at second, third, and the outfield because they know they need him in the lineup. And then I took Carlos Gomez in round 29. Look, he's not signed anywhere, but if he does, this guy's a 2020 type of player too, and he's only 32 years old. So, looking at my draft as a whole, am I happy? Yeah. Am I ecstatic? No. Here's why I'm not ecstatic. I don't look up and down my roster and go, stars. I don't have, Betts. I don't have Goldschmidt. I don't have J.D. Martinez or Yelich. I got Paxton and Berrios and Olsen and Weaver. And sure enough, when the draft was over and the analysis came in, they had me down on the bottom. And here's what I say to that. I'm Dr. Roto. I'm never in the bottom. Don't ever forget that. Last year in LABR, I don't even remember how I did in LABR last year. I'll have to check that. I know I've had about 47,000 injuries in LABR. I mean, that's the truth. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that there was a lot of injuries last year. Wait, let's see. 2017. How'd I do? I'm waiting. Oh, here I am. Oh, not so bad. I came in 9th. Not so bad. And I was actually doing better during the season. But what happened was I had all these injuries, so I fell down. It's not easy, right? It's not easy to win a fantasy baseball league. We know this. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I love the upside of my team. I love the ability of all these guys hit what they can do. I'm going to play this out. I'm going to make trades. I'm going to make pickups. I'm going to be on top of this league. And by doing that, I know that if I can stay injury-free, I will give myself a chance to win. Will I win? I don't know. Probably not. Only one team out of 15 can. And some of these guys in this league are very shrewd baseball-only guys. Fred Zinke's a baseball-only guy. I'm Dr. Roto. I know it all, including fantasy football. Let's see Fred Zinke play fantasy football. Good luck with that, dude. But I'm going to play into the end and do what I can to keep my team as competitive as possible. That's the commitment I make when I join a league. Play it out to the end and don't quit. Otherwise, don't be in the league. Simple as that. All right. You know what else is simple? Joining ScoutDFS.com. That's simple. Be part of what we do. ScoutDFS.com. Get a 1-week free trial. I think you're going to love it. You're going to love what we do because we love what we do, and that always helps. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Tomorrow, I'm back with the Fantasy in the Nutshell series. I was way late with labor last night. I was in labor until like midnight. But now I'm out, and I'm looking forward to drafting some more. But right now, it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. I wish you all a very happy Valentine's Day. I know I have my Valentine with Mrs. Roto. I hope you have yours. But thank you for listening. We're back tomorrow. This is Dr. Roto saying be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!